Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Family, remember, drink your water. Family, remember those pillars. Breath, water, culturally appropriate diet, movement, and we added rest. Those 5 pillars that we will build our nation upon. Family, and we will take our health back. Get a culturally appropriate diet, family. Start looking at some of the ancient foods that your ancestors munched on, those grains and some of those vegetables, you know what I'm saying, that your ancestors munched on. But hey, let's keep it moving. I want to welcome you here to the Daily Spark, and I want to give all of the Ujima babies a round of applause because we are on Ujima Day, Ujima Week, and Ujima Year. Man, oh man. This is a time for learning. I am preparing for 2 workshops. I have a workshop tomorrow morning, and I have a workshop, of course, those of you know, we have a workshop coming up on Kaumba and family. All I'm going to ask is, I'm going to have a session for questions. And when I ask for questions, you can go, but just let me cook. That's all I'm asking. Give me some room, let me cook, right? Because I'm going to run you through it, right? Of course, we're going to have to start with some breathing, but then I'm going to run you through it, right? And I'm going to be putting the information out. Bring your Nguza Saba narrative maps for those that want to do it afterwards and really look into your stuff and look into our stuff. Oh man, listen family, I am feeling so good about this because this is going to be an opportunity for us to not just only, because I'm not a historian, but we've been grabbing the history, but I want us to be able to grab the culture and start creating and being bold and start creating. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because Kemet, great civilization, but we can't redo Kemet. We can't redo Nubia. We can't redo Mali. We can't redo Ghana, right? We can learn lessons, but now we have to have something rise here. Their thing must fall, our thing must rise. Brother, their thing must fall. Sister, their thing must fall. Our thing must rise, right? Those of you that don't know that, y'all got to come on inside the Telegram so that we can have some real conversation, right? Their thing must fall. Our thing must rise. Get in, right? Hey, but family, let's build this morning. I greeted. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Anime, help me out. All right, cool. Let's move into. It's the proverb. Family. We're talking about the proverb of the day. He who takes the trouble to bend down does not get up empty-handed. This is the Mosi people for Burkina Faso. Now, we spoke a little bit about Burkina Faso yesterday, right? And I am understanding that today is their official Independence Day. They broke away from, is it France? They broke away from France in 1960 on today's date, right? It's August 5th. I hate putting the dates on this work because every Ujima, my fault, every Ujima date is not going to fall on August 5th. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, it's going to be close though, right? It's going to be within possibly a 7-day frame. So between, I don't know. I got to start doing that math. But anyway, he who takes the trouble to bend down does not get up empty-handed. Family, he who does the work, he that nation builds, he that warrior trains, he that studies or she that studies the culture, he or she that does the science, he or she that does the math, he or she that studies the medicine, bends down, will not stand up empty-handed. And if you do stand up empty-handed, it is because you have chosen to stand up empty-handed. He who takes the trouble to bend down does not get up empty-handed, family. We have to take the trouble. See, I want you to understand this. Bending down is taking trouble. As you get older, you start realizing this, because sometimes as an elder, you gonna bend down, but you might not get up. Like you might not, you ain't gonna get up as fast as you used to, and sometimes you might not be able to get up. You know, you got those elders in your life that once they sit down, they bend their body to sit down, they gonna need some help to get back up. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to force ourselves. We have to take the trouble to bend down, especially in our youth. We have to take the trouble to bend down and master. Because remember, we come from a culture of mastery. We uplifted masters. I don't care whether you was a master shoe dude, right? Or a master mason, or a master blacksmith, or a master engineer, or a master we master stuff. This is what we do. This is in your DNA. Family, we find the passion and we pull it out, right? When we talk about education, we pull it out. See, that's the problem with our system. Right now, we're putting shit in our kids. And our kids are slowly but surely rejecting that shit. I go to this world where I could be who I want to be, right? I'll play on this game and look in this world and build what I want to build. They don't want to deal with our shit because it's boring. It's boring and it's insulting, and you're telling me who I am, and you're giving me shit that me and you both know that I'm never going to use. You don't care about it, so why should I care about it? You don't have passion for it. See, check this out. The best teachers are the ones that are passionate about what they teach. Because that passion is not only addictive, it's contagious. If you are teaching science and you enjoy science, even the most uninterested student in science will pick up on the passion that you have for that art. But no, we got teachers and they have to be able to show passion in a whole bunch of areas. They have to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And I know somebody will be like, well, you don't know the whole thing. Neither do you, right? Because I'm telling you right now, we come from a culture of masters, right? So we need people who love mathematics. This is why we got to set up some shit on the side. We got to have a place where people who love mathematics can come and teach our kids. Our kids can experience, hey, damn, that shit can be, look, he having fun, right? I mean, like just having the kids being around Kwame, right? And Kwame will give them math problems and have fun solving them and teach them how to have fun solving them. And when I say teach them to have fun solving them, is by him engaging and working through the problem with them and showing how much fun he's having. We need somebody who loves reading to teach our children reading so that they could show and look in these words, right? This author is making love to you. In these words, this author is revealing the secrets of the universe and throwing it out. But you can't get that if you don't take the trouble to bend down. Many of us have not taken the trouble to bend down. We had our shit delivered to us. We had our degrees lifted up for us and given to us. We just paid for it. We just paid for it. So we got people running around here with master's degrees that have mastered nothing. I need y'all to understand that. We got masters of education that are masters of nothing. Masters of nothing. They just got the paper. Come on now. Y'all playing with me. He who does not take the trouble to bend down does not get up in the end. My fault. He who takes the trouble to bend down. You have to take the trouble. You can't be forced into it. If I force you down, more than likely, the only thing you're going to be concerned about is getting back up. But once you bend over, you're bending over for a reason. You bend over to tie your shoes, right? You got something accomplished, so you come back up without empty hands. You accomplished something. You bend down to pick up something. You took the trouble. How many of you are taking trouble in your life right now? Come on now. Now, we want it easy. We want it delivered by Amazon. What? I'm not even mad at the YouTube scholars. I'm not. Right? What I'm mad at is the ones who believe that they are masters after one video. Talk to me after 3 years. Talk to me after 5 years. Talk to me after 10 years of studying the same subject. And some of you jack of all trades need to stop. Right? Because it's like, not even jack of all trades. Because then we get into this. Because we see this right now. For example, you have an individual that's good in one field. And we automatically think that because they're good at this one field, their skills could transfer over to another field, belittling another field. Like, for example, we think that a scientist could give us good advice politically. Now, it could make some sense. Now, I ain't saying it ain't possible. But what I'm saying is you're belittling politics by saying that just because he mastered this, he could automatically be good at this. Or just because he's good at business, he could be good at running a country. We have the audacity to believe that running a country is equivalent to running a corner store. Oh, there's similarities, no doubt, but for real? This is the mind state that runs through not only our community, but that's running through the world. We believe that because a motherfucker took a business whose job is to pay as little as possible to get done what he's selling to other people, right? To cut corners and to bring profits to the shareholders. We honestly believe that that individual will be good at governing people, when his job has been to, in many cases, cheat people, right? Cut jobs, cut expenses. Government is supposed to provide resources. Yeah, I know some of y'all only mad at that. See, them roads don't pave themselves for free, right? Them roads don't pave themselves. They need people to be like, we got to find it. We got to make a way. We got to make sure these hoes, and we got to make sure that our children are getting it. We got to make sure that they're able to eat lunch. We got to make sure that the elders in this community are taken care of and have stuff. We got to make sure that the children have places to play. I know finances are tight. We need to make sure that people can go to the doctor and not come out bankrupt. We need to make sure that people have places to live. That's not business. That's government. It's different. And we got to understand that. But you wouldn't know that if you ain't take the time to bend over, to bend down. See, and it didn't even say over. It says bend down, right? Now, bending down, right, is also the same thing you have to do in many cases when you pray or when you submit. Like when somebody asked me the other day, why do you bow to people? Well, I'm bound to the divinity in you to remind me about the divinity in me, right? When you bend, you're bowing, right? Bowing cleans. Bowing shows humbleness, which means that you are able to learn. Bowing means I defer to some wisdom out there. There's a lesson that I need to get. Many of us can't get the lessons because we're not willing to bow to the teacher of the lesson. Because we think we know it all. We think we could Google every goddamn thing. We think our AI can answer everything. AI can give you the words, but it can't give you the expertise, baby. I am in no way thinking I'm a motherfucking artist by throwing these AI pictures out. No, I'm just using AI because it's a handy tool. I know that I'm not an artist. At least in the way that we think about artists now. You understand? Don't think I'm an art critic. None of that shit. But I do understand that there's a certain level of mastery that people out there are able to do that would run laps around what the fuck I'm doing with AI. I'm not even. But anyway, I'm sorry. Damn, we had 16 minutes. I ain't even make it past the proverb. Anime, what are you doing? Anime. Oh, you fell asleep. Why you... Family, if you felt anything I was saying, say Ashe, because my staff over here sleep. Simba. Okay, now you gonna act like you was awake listening. This is too much, man. I might need to get me a whole new crew, because this is just too much for me right now. But anyway, so y'all got the proverb of the day. Let's get to the algorithm and make sure that you get that. Focus. All right, now I keep on forgetting to tell you the focus for the algorithm for Ujima. I keep forgetting it. I ain't tell you yesterday. I ain't tell. So the focus is overcoming apathy and the program of individual burden. So we are on the day of Ujima. So in order for us to master Ujima, our algorithm is trying to get us to overcome apathy, sitting on our ass, not doing nothing, wallowing in despair, and the program of individual burden. Many of us think we out here on our own. No, man. No. Where your tribe at? If you by yourself. See, and I keep going back to this, family. We are natural community beings, regardless of what type of human it is. They can act like they don't do it, but let me tell you, look at the historical record. We are naturally societal creatures. We need each other. That's why the worst form of punishment is putting a motherfucker in isolation. That's the worst form of punishment. It drives you crazy because you wasn't meant to be here by yourself. You wasn't meant to do this by yourself. But somehow we have allowed the society to trick us into believing that this is an independent race. Especially us as black people. We want to be the most independent. We want to be the strongest. We want to be able to be Atlas. I hate to quote this, but shit, Atlas need to shrug. God damn it. I'm just telling you. You need to shrug that Atlas shit and move back to the Pantheon. Come on back to the Pantheon. Well, we could work together, right? My strength could go with your thunder, and your thunder could go with her lightning, and her lightning could go with her seas, and her seas could go with that ocean. And we bring all of our skills and all of our talents together and rule this planet. But anyway, so the algorithm for the day is I delete apathy. Did that word again? I delete apathy and install active engagement. This means everybody don't have to come to you. You may need to go and check on people and talk to people and engage in our community. We need to all be a little bit more engaging in the community that we claim is ours, in the tribe that we say is ours. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Many of y'all get caught up in this bullshit. It's all illusions. They playing games with us, mind tricks, mind fucks, right? Come on now. Now, so I made it through the algorithm at 20 minutes. Okay. Now, the Ubuntu loop for today is built on the word collaborative, right? I am because we are because I am. I am because we are because I am. It loops back. It loops back. I put it in a figure 8, right? Boom, building that power. I am because we are. The more I become as I am, the more I become, the more we become. The more we become, the more I become. The more I become, the more we become. The more we become, the more I become. You see the loop? You see why it's important for us to be building with people and to surround ourselves with people who understand our culture and understand how it works? We're not plugging into our ancestors' why. Our ancestors want us to be in these cycles. They want us to be in these loops. They want us to start embracing it. Because if you don't control your time, you don't control your life. If you don't control your mind, you don't control your life. If I'm telling you what time it is and I'm telling you what to think, what are you controlling? Come on, man. Damn, I'm on 6:30. I had to pause because my AI don't care. She gonna talk regardless. I could be in a meeting. I could be listening. I could be on a phone call. It don't matter. So I'm gonna send an email to Google about that shit, because if this shit is all that intelligent, it should know, hey, excuse me, do you want me to tell you this later? No, I'm sitting up here like, damn, all right, hold on. Your alarm is going off. Do you want me to delay or just cancel? Come on now. That shit ain't hard. But anyway, let's get to, the Ubuntu loop is, I am collaborative because we are collaborative. And because we are collaborative, I am collaborative. And because I am collaborative, we are more collaborative. And because we are more collaborative, I am more collaborative. And because I am more collaborative, we become super collaborative. And because we become super collaborative, I become super collaborative. You see, it builds on itself if you allow it. If your mind has the capacity. Family, we have to be willing to be. We got to be willing. And once again, my fault. Let's go back. We have to take the trouble to bend down for our culture. We have to take the trouble to bend down for our ancestors to whisper in our ear. We have to be able to bend down. We have to take the trouble to bend down. But now we don't want to. No, we don't. I don't bend to no one. And yeah, shit like that. Right? Okay. Then you'll never learn. You'll never learn. Right? Learning requires humbleness. Learning requires you to empty your cup so that you can be refreshed by someone else's wisdom or knowledge. But hey, all right. So haikus for the day. Bending down to earth is a very sacred act. Learn to do it more. Bending down to earth is a very sacred act. Learn to do it more. Do I even need to? Come on now. Do I even need to? Okay. All right. Y'all got it. They got it. Simba said they got it. Next one. Shadows surround me. but the power of the tribe pushes them away. Hopefully somebody got that one, right? Because it ain't just for me. It's for you. Shadows surround you, but the power of the tribe pushes them away. I hope you got that. The tribe is waiting for you, right? We ain't playing over here, right? We're going to get us a Nyame porch, right? We're going to get us, hold on, what I call them? We're going to get us a Nyame clubhouse, right? We're going to have Simbaland, right? Simsaland, right? We're going to be able to send. We're going to have several camps going on around the country, and we're going to have them spaced out so that we could do a tour. We could start on the East Coast and end up on the West Coast. So we have a camp on the East Coast and on this date. Then right after that camp, we got a day in between, and we could travel to that camp, right? I'm just saying, we're on a world tour with Simba, my man. Come on, listen, family. A lot of this stuff, y'all laugh at me, but this shit is possible. It's possible. We got people going on tour who's selling out, who call people bitches and talk about motherfuckers sucking. Listen, and I'm not mad because that's my generation, that's my music. But if that motherfucker, if that bitch could go on tour, so can I. Right? Going on tour, and rather than having a bunch of people gathered just to hear me, they gathered to spark up that Simba and that Simpsa spirit. Camp, 5 days, get up, move from the East Coast to the Midwest, whatever the hell that is, right? Move through the Midwest, move to the middle, then move to the West Coast. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Or different cities. I don't even care. But it would be so beautiful if we could do that the whole summer. Because like I told some of the people in Nyame, I said, listen, our major working times should be camp season and Kwanzaa. My fault. I forgot about Juneteenth. The Juneteenth period, hell, my fault. Black August. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those should be the biggest times for us as far as merchandise, as far as us working with people, as far as workshops, as far as speaking. So there are certain periods in time where we have enough space where we are able to collect ourselves and become better people. But anyway, let me keep moving. Today, we must build using communication to collaborate. You see how it's connected? But anyway, let's get into the script. I know. Stop shaking your head. Stop, anime, stop shaking your head. All right, let's get it. I'm on script now, y'all. All right, family, shed the quiet noise. Bend your back to touch the dirt. We build as one. Is that man haikuing? I had to do a thunderclap. Right? All right, I want to wish you peace, power, and joy before I even start. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, comment so I know how you feel about the content. I guess a no comment is letting me know, but it is what it is. Today, as we move through a continuous cycle of self-mastery and community elevation, right, we arrive at the third principle of Guza Saba, Ujima. Collective work and responsibility for the uninitiated. Draped in the regal glow of royal blue and light blue, on this day, we pair Ujima with the statement, with the algorithm, I delete apathy and install active engagement. I delete apathy and install active engagement. I forgot. Say it with your chest. I delete apathy. Say, I delete apathy. Come on now. What? Stop playing with me. Oh, they said it. My fault. I delete apathy and install active engagement. I delete apathy and install active engagement. You can take that little phrase and meditate on it for 5 minutes. See what happens. Drop me a note. Let me know what happens. I use the Ubuntu loop in my meditation for the day. To anchor our minds, our posture, and our spiritual framework, our ancestors from Burkina Faso had us listen to a proverb that stated, "He who takes the trouble to bend down does not get up empty-handed." Now, look at this proverb and its mechanics, right? These are the mechanics of here are the mechanics of this ancestral wisdom. In a world engineered to condition our people toward intellectual paralysis, intellectual paralysis. There we go. Paralysis. Even when I write that shit, it's hard. Intellectual paralysis and passive spectatorship, where we scroll through digital feeds, complain about broken neighborhoods, and wait for external heroes to save us, we have been infected by the subtle virus of apathy. Apathy tells you that the burden is too heavy. It's too heavy. Apathy whispers that your individual hand does not matter. Apathy deceives you into believing that someone else will fix our school corridors, our school academics, our school curriculum, secure our food systems, or heal our fractured families. But subtractive self-mastery approach, the via negativa in us, or that we use, demands that we systematically strip away the false code. Apathy is not an inherent trait of black folks. It is merely a buildup of spiritual residue, a glitch in our operating system born from blame, shame, and guilt. Today we scrape off the buildup. We delete apathy entirely. When we install active engagement, we embody the physical, mental, and spiritual reality of bending down. Understand this clearly. Bending down requires humility. Damn. I taught this thing so damn well. Demands that we lower our ego, flex our spiritual joints, touch the dirt of our reality, and engage in the tangible, unglamorous work required to build our homes, our schools, and our sovereign institutions. As our Mosai ancestor reminds us, those who take the physical and spiritual trouble to bend down, to cultivate, clean, build, and support never return empty-handed. Your hands will not rise hollow. They will be filled with the harvest of serenity, peace, and collective strength. History bears witness to this exact truth. On this day in history, August 5th, 1960, the people of Burkina Faso formally claimed their independence, shedding the colonial weight that had choked their national throat for generations. 2 years later, on August 5th, 1962, Baba Nelson Mandela was captured by the forces of oppression, beginning a 27-year imprisonment born from his absolute willingness to bend down and pay the ultimate sacrifice for collective liberation. Now, this is part of the reason why there's a Mandela effect, because yesterday we said the same shit. So I need to look into this Mandela thing. I ain't going down that rabbit hole. But anyway, neither return empty-handed. Their sacrifice birthed national serenity, broke the back of apartheid, and demonstrated to the world what happens when a people release the illusion of helplessness. In our foundational teaching, the Bible, which is unpublished, I haven't finished that yet, the Warrior's Handbook for Life's Journey, and the 7 Sticks, and the Player's Pyramid, we learn that Ujima is not about adding more noise or exhausting tasks to your daily schedule, right? In 7 Sticks, When the children came together to chop down the magic tree, they held the village captive in illusion of past nostalgia, future anxiety. They didn't succeed by carrying heavier burdens. They succeeded by standing present in the now, joining their axes together and working in complete alignment. They bent down, put their shoulders to work, and transformed the very fabric of their culture, becoming the Nyame people, for those who know who the Nyame people is. Now, let me say this. This is part of our mythology. This is also, once again, a story that I repurposed, rewrit, because I didn't come up with the concept. I heard the story, and I sat down and I wrote me one very similar, right? Just like with Lost Little Simba. Family, we got to use the tools we got. The Via Negativa approach teaches us that the collective work begins not by doing more, but by shedding what is holding us back. You do not need to construct a 10-point plan before you clear debris off your block or check on your neighbor's elder, or your neighbors that are elders. You must first shed the false narrative that you are an isolated island. Drop the heavy backpack of individualism. Strip away the illusion that your brother's economic struggle or your sister's emotional pain is separate from your own. When you scrape off the buildup of cynicism, what remains underneath is the natural, unblemished radiance of Ujima. Now, family, I want you to be very careful with this, right? Because sometimes we'll run into people's lives who are not part of our culture and try to enforce our culture on them. We are not proselytizing. You can't save somebody from themselves. This is something that people have to pick up on their own, and you will know when they are standing in the culture and they are with you. Then you can help them pick up their burdens. Now, if you can still help, but you please understand, because I don't want us running in trying to save somebody who is determined to destroy themselves and will end up destroying you and everybody that's around you. Because I've been in a situation where an individual did not want to receive the help, but accepted the help and ended up dragging at least 5 other people into that bullshit. Oh, no. We're not doing that. Consider the mechanics of our internal ecosystem. The player's pyramid. We teach that human beings operate across 5 parts: intuition, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. IMESP. When Ujima is active internally, your mind, heart, and spirit, as well as the body, cease fighting one another. They stop spectating your life and begin working as a unified team. Once your internal ecosystem is aligned, extending that engagement outward to your tribe becomes effortless. You no longer see community work as an added chore. You recognize it is as the natural expression of your liberated self. It is a natural expression of your liberated self. I want you to think about that. When you start operating inside of this system and you align the 5 parts of your being, then working with others becomes easier. Come on now. Most of us can't work with people because our emotions are out of control. Our minds are crazy. Our spirit is out here running around whoring, right? And our intuition is totally just like turned off or totally wrong. Shit. We have to line that shit up first, right? Look at the young brothers and sisters in our neighborhoods. They reflect our collective posture. Our children reflect us. If they see us standing with our arms folded, complaining about the world while sitting on the sidelines, they internalize spectatorship as culture. Damn, we got a spectating culture. Damn, somebody type out say if you felt that shit, right? But when they see the tribe bending down, choosing to bend down, deciding to bend down, clearing garden beds, building independent economic network, mentoring the youth, and holding space for collective healing, they witness the power of active engagement. They see that bending down is not submission. It is the posture of building and preparing to lift a mountain. Now, brother, I'll tell you what you mean build a mountain. What do you think a pyramid is? We build mountains, homie. Today, tribe, I call on you to release the weight of I and step into the active movement of we. Step out of the spectator and enter the arena of nation building. Cut the noise of endless online debates that yield no fruit. Release the urge to point fingers at who broke the house and simply reach down to pick up a brick. Your labor, not to hit the person with, maybe, but to, use it as building material. All right, cool. I just want to make sure y'all understood. Your labor, when joined with the hands of your brothers and sisters, become an offering to the future of our people. Bend down to do the work today and harvest power, peace, and joy tomorrow. All right, family. Down in the description, you could get access to all of it. Join the Telegram. Get your shirt. Get your Nguza Saba narrative map. Right? Also, you get access to the e-course, right? You could buy me a coffee. Hell, you could cash at me. You know what I'm saying? You could set up an individual session if you need to discuss your Nguza Saba narrative map. Family, hey, support us. We support you. We could build together. We could do this, yo. And this is Brother Atemi. You know what that means.
You are now listening to Nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.